Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me for another video today. Today we will be getting a channel message for the collective. This is a general read. Heavenly Father, Holy Spirit, ancestors, God, angels, highest revelation, show me messages for the collective of this time. I thank you for this. The Well and the Nine of Cups. Somebody might be somebody's muse. Collective, somebody might think you're their muse. The Well, source of creation. Mother Gaia energies. Heavenly Father, Holy Spirit, ancestors, guides, I ask that you please protect and guide me, assist me, providing clear and concise messages for the collective to be benefit to me. I thank you for this. Messages for the collective, Holy Spirit. Messages for the collective. What does the collective need to know? Messages for the collective, Holy Spirit. Four of Pentacles. Someone wants to hang on to you, collective. Someone's feeling a little greedy. 4 Cups and the Star. Okay, collective. Someone is sad because they lost you. Someone didn't appreciate the star in their life. Collective, you were the star in their life. Collective, you could be an Aquarius. Collective, these are your energies. Someone lost their inspiration. I'm getting a loss of inspiration energy off of this. Collective, you could feel that you have lost your inspiration. Collective, if you feel that you have lost your inspiration, don't worry. You'll find it again. Sometimes inspiration goes and it comes back. Sometimes it comes back in a different form that you didn't see it before. So, just keep your heart open. But collective, I feel that these energies are external to you. I feel that someone didn't appreciate you, so they lost you. And these are your energies, the star energies. These are the energies of being ethereal, being in the world and not of it. So your star quality lies in your ability to heal. You could have a healing practice. You could just be healing by nature. Okay, collective. Being in your presence is healing. So your time and your space is very valuable. It's a very valuable resource, and the proximity by which individuals can get next to you is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. So, you're turning into, or you've always been one of those people that people just can't get next to. So, first off, this can give individuals who are able to get next to you a false sense of security or a false sense of entitlement, and, unable to see that which is right in front of them. They lose that, right? So they will disrespect you and lose you for that, or they will not appreciate you and lose you for that. Collective, they could have been healed or healing, or individuals surrounding them and situations surrounding them could have been healed and healing during the time in which you were either focused on them or during the time in which they had close proximity to you, as I said. But they didn't appreciate this. They didn't recognize it for what it was, and perhaps they are encountering the void, okay? Because your absence leaves a void. It's a great void. It's not a void that very many are prepared for, right? As I said, your energy gives people a false sense of security because it is so uplifting, because it is so otherworldly, because it is so healing. It's like a drug. Your energy is like a drug. Girls, what are y'all doing? Don't bite each other. You're biting each other? Do not bite each other. Are you okay? Which one of you bit one of you? Which one of you bit? Which one of you? Don't bite. Don't bite each other. Or whatever you're yipping at. Don't be yipping, okay? Nine of Swords. Okay, collective. This individual could be... this could be keeping this individual up at night. Okay? The loss of you. Alright, collective. I'm getting a very specific energy that, like I said, this is about the healing. So this individual might be ill, or they might have been ill. Your energy, or proximity to it at least, could have been keeping this illness at bay, or could have been healing a situation around this illness, or healing the illness itself. And then your absence and the void left in the wake of your absence has aggravated this illness this person has, or the illness that pervades the situation this person lives in. So the energy this person carries, or the energy that this person allows around them, or the energies that this person attracts to them with their lack of gratitude, their lack of appreciation, their lack mindset. I'm really just getting a lack mindset, you know. This individual had a lack mindset. This individual did not appreciate what they had, not valuing you, not valuing the love that you have to give, not valuing your presence, your energy, not valuing these things. This individual might be sitting around pondering all the things that they lost in having lost you. So perhaps this individual is still objectifying you a bit, feeling that they have lost things. So they're feeling materialistic still. They can't see you as a person, collective. This individual or this energy is objectifying you. This energy is seeing you as something to hold on to, or something to possess, like an object, not a person. They don't see you as a person. They didn't treat you as a person. And they do not see you as a person still. So where they feel your loss, it is as if they feel that someone has stolen property from them. They feel you are their property, or they treated you as if they were as if you were their property. So that would be paramount reason to not be around anybody anymore. I wouldn't want to be around anybody who treated me like some sort of chattel or something. Okay. Page of Pentacles, 2 Pentacles, 6 Swords on the bottom here. So we're going to get some clarifiers, the World, and the Page of Pentacles. Okay, so this could be about some sort of online evidence, the World and the Chariot. Some sort of online evidence pushing some sort of case. The Ace of Wands. This is giving phallic symbol, the Ace Wands. Okay, somebody could... the phrase I'm getting is have a HARD on for you, collective. So this could be a positive thing, like they're attracted to you and you uplift them in more ways than one, right? This could also be a gray area thing. They're attracted to you. General attraction, right? This could also be more of a negative thing, meaning that, you know, they have it out for you, right? They mean you harm. They have negative intention, or at least the way that this individual or this energy is treating you as an object and not as a human. It's very dehumanizing, the World. This might have something to do with a video or something online, something on the web, cycles, something on the World Wide Web. This individual might only be able to see you on the web now. So that's making them sad. That's making them feel sad. 5 Swords. This might be because this individual wanted to win at all costs with you. An individual might have been involved a group Judgment again. Okay, so we're back to the Judgment. These individuals are under judgment. This individual here, the Four of Cups individual, is under judgment for the way that they treated you, or the way that they treated themselves in your vicinity, right? Take it as it resonates. Judgment on the bottom. Can we get a clarifier for the Four Cups, please? Can we get a clarifier for the Four Cups? Clarifier for the Four Cups. Where's this Four Cups? Thank you. Yeah. This is your card, Collective. This is the Collective's Druid Priest Priestess card. Okay, so Collective, this individual sees you as some sort of star. They could see you online. They could have not realized at the time of your high priest or high priestess, or your lineage, your beliefs, and the actuality of the role that you played in their lives, right? They could have seen you as a guiding light. They could have been trying to use you as illumination, so living vicariously through you. So Collective, they saw you as an object for which to live vicariously through. So maybe they wanted to exercise some form of control so that they could manipulate and feel like, they could operate you. So they wanted to play you like some sort of game, right? So this could be like a metaphor. They wanted to play on your heartstrings. They wanted to play with your emotions. They wanted to play with how you felt, and they wanted to elicit things, and they wanted to play these games. They wanted to play mind games. They wanted to play games with your heart. They wanted to do these things for, all sorts of negative manner. There's no good reason I want to play with someone's emotions, or good reason I want to play with someone's, time, or their valuable resources. Money, time, love, all those things are very valuable resources. This individual wanted to play with that. So they wanted to live vicariously through you, such as one would like a VR headset. I'm getting like they wanted to try to play almost like a game, like a VR headset. And they're under judgment for that. They're under judgment for trying to live vicariously through you, trying to control you, trying to use you as some sort of trapped light, as opposed to a light that is a guiding light. They tried to trap your light. They tried to use your light as some sort of trapped lantern or something. No coffee. Sorry about that. Collective. Moving right along. 10 Cups. Judgment. Can we get a clarify for the Star, please? King Swords. Okay, Collective. This could be you. You could be King Swords. Masculine air sign energies. Collective. So Collective, you could be masculine Aquarius. I don't know why I'm getting so tongue-tied. Collective, you could make this individual feel tongue-tied. This individual could have tried to speak to you on several occasions, or they could play conversations in their head. These could be conversations that they had with you, like they're playing them over and over again, reliving conversations they've had with you over in their head. Or collective, this individual could play conversations in their head out previous to trying to talk to you. So this could be something they did in the past, part of the mind game thing, sort of like practicing how they're going to say things to you, what they're going to say to you, in order to manipulate, not so that they can alleviate any sort of sense of insecurity on their own part. Okay? This individual would do things in order to manipulate, not do things in order to alleviate any sense of their own insecurities or anything like that. Okay? That might be what they say or what they excuse themselves, the behavior they excuse to themselves, but really it's about manipulation and control. So this might be something this individual is being guided to look at. They might have been guided previously to look at that. Collective, you could be this King Swords, Aquarius, masculine energy. All right. Truth Teller. Collective. We're done with that. The Magician. That's right. Control, manipulation. So collective, you could be the star and this individual external to you, thinking about you, who treated you wrongly and lost you, could be King Swords. Collective, you could be King Swords, you could be the star, you could be the Aquarius. Okay. So collective, I feel that your energies are the star energies, and this individual external to you, an ex perhaps, is this King of Swords. I don't really feel that these are your energies, the King of Swords energy. Because I'm sitting here wanting to say things like truth teller and, you know, law official or something like that, but I'm just not getting that, okay? I'm getting that this is the ex energy. This is King of Swords, your ex, okay? So this doesn't have to be someone who is, you know, an ex-romantic partner. This could be an ex-business partner. This could be an ex-family member or extended. So somebody you used to be friends with or be in a relationship with of some sort, and you are no longer. And that would be through their own faults. So they would have lost this relationship due to not valuing enough or due to an attempt to control and manipulate. And if anybody wants to control and manipulate, it's going to be the King of Swords, right? King Coins. So, collective, you could be sitting in King Coins energy. So, you have the ability to make money easily. You could come from a wealthy line. You could be Earth sign. You could live a luxurious lifestyle. Or the King Coins could be the same individual as the King Swords. They could be an Emperor. Collective, you could be an Emperor. But I'm getting that this Emperor is your ex. Okay, collective, this Emperor is your ex, and they sat in the King Swords energy during manipulative phases, and they sat in the King Coin energy when they were interested in materialism. Their materialistic phase, or their devil energies, needed to claw their way to the throne. Okay. The Seven Cups collective. So this is not knowing what they're looking at. Collective, this individual could have entertained too many options. This individual could have clouded their own judgment by entertaining too many options on their own part. Again, this is not something you would have presented to them. You didn't present this energy with a bevy of, you know, other things for which to, you know, stray interest away from you, okay? This energy, their interest was not pure of intent to begin with. So when and if their energy strayed away from you, their attention, when and if their, you know, attention was strayed, this is something that it was best for the both of you. It was best for you because that's not a good situation for you to be in. someone who is not appreciative, someone who is ungrateful, someone who is, you know, sort of about the relationship in the first place. That's not a good situation to be in. You don't want to be in that situation. Someone who doesn't even see you as a individual, someone who doesn't see you as a person, someone who objectifies you, someone who even dehumanizes you. That's not a good situation to be in. So whatever it was that put you in that situation, or whatever it was that led you to that situation, that all breaking down, it was a good thing. Good thing for you, good thing for them, right? The Seven of Cups, this individual might have tried to cast a lot of illusions over the relationship. This individual might have played the illusionist in the relationship. I'm getting the fact this individual has lost you now. They're now not even understanding what it is they're looking at. Like, I feel very strongly this individual didn't understand what they had when they had you. They don't understand what's happening now. They just don't understand. There's a lot of confusion coming off the Seven Cups. This Emperor might be finding themselves in a position that they have not found themselves before. What? What's that? You're barking at, baby. It's okay. There's no barking. Everything's fine. No, it's okay. It's okay. So this individual most comfortably sits in King Swords. So this individual could be cold or calculating. This individual could have, as I said, been psychologically manipulative. This individual could have been verbally manipulative, or these tendencies could have very easily gone over into abuse. Okay, so perhaps you were transported away, you were carried away, you were ferried away. Stop it, girl. I said stop barking right now. Alright, sorry, I don't even know where we're at. King Coins. Oh, right. So this individual sits in the King Swords most comfortably, being manipulative, playing mind games with individuals, playing mind games with you. This was their intent. This was what they actually did. This is the reason they lost you, or your ability to foresee all of this, being some sort of druid priest or druid priestess. First of all, scared the shit out of them. Secondly, thwarted all of their little plans that they had. And third, it allowed you, of course, to escape and, you know, thwart these things before they even begun, right? So you having the fortunate ability to see things ahead of time, you might have actually hid this from this individual. That's because this individual objectified you to the point where you knew that they would just use that too. If they knew this about you, you knew they would use that too. That's because the other position they sit in comfortably is the King Coins. So they could have that materialistic bent. Girl, stop it. Stop. Come here. Come. Stay in there. You're no barking like that. All right. So this individual sat most comfortably in the positions of King Swords, where they could lord over individuals with their superior mental faculties. That's what they think about themselves, at least, okay? Or they could lord over individuals with their money. So I'm getting a very nasty energy. This person is nasty. This is a nasty person. It's good you're not with them anymore. Or it's good you avoided them. Or it would be prudent to not enter into relationship with this individual, or to enter back into relationship with this individual. Take it as it resonates, though. Okay, this individual is not sitting in, King Cups. They're not sitting in loving energies. That's not happening. Okay? We're done with that? Okay, so now we're going to do personality trait tag races. This will help us identify ourselves and others in the Read Collective, the Unpaid Therapist, and I'm not a Heather, I'm a Veronica. Collective, you could be the one that people go to for advice. You could be the one who is always helping out others, but it's not reciprocated. Collective, you could be a sort of rebel. There could have been a group of individuals who were targeting you, and just like Heather just like Veronica from the movie, you would burn the place to the ground before you kowtow, right? Okay, thank you. Messages for the collective from the personality trait tag races. What does the collective need to know? Self-sabotage. And trap themselves. Okay, so this individual has self-sabotaging tendencies, sets themselves up for failure, creates negative patterns, fearful of success and failure, intentional action or inaction that undermines progress, procrastination, intrusive thoughts, picks fights, acts out, lies, negative self-talk, and trapped themselves. Okay, collective, this individual has trapped themselves. Toxic ways. This individual could have toxic ways, such as the ways that I described previously with the manipulations and the illusions and the materialism. Okay. Self-sabotage. So, collective, you could have some self-sabotaging tendencies. This would help you to recognize those tendencies first, things you need to look at, and also help you identify yourself in the read if this is not external energy. I'm the king of the castle, you're a dirty rascal. Oh, collective, this person has a superiority complex for sure. Okay? They trapped themselves in something they considered a castle, but I think it's going to turn out to be their TOMB. Okay? Life-size chess. Evil queen, wicked step. Meeting your destiny on the road taken to avoid it. Okay, collective. This individual met their destiny on the road taken to avoid it. So this individual could have avoided emotional subjects, right? Sitting in the king coins comfortably, sitting in the king swords comfortably. But when it comes to king cups, that might be something that they avoided. So they might have trapped themselves by securing, positions in realms of finance, and securing positions in realms of thought, and thought forms, and other air energies, right? But they did not secure themselves in the other areas that they would need to hold the position of the emperor and the upright, right? So this could speak to those sort of tendencies, the self-sabotaging tendency, and then, avoiding things that are messy, or avoiding things that are uncomfortable, and thereby, not healing, not dealing with things, not growing, right? Ignoring issues, patching things instead of repairing them, shoving things down instead of dealing with them, that sort of thing. So then they've trapped themselves in this castle, but it's not a castle, it's a TOMB, right? Get out. It's a trap. Get out. So they could have thought themselves king of the castle, and they could be finding themselves a dirty rascal at this point in time. Okay. Messages for the collective. Anything else from this? No, we're done with that. Okay. Thank you. We'll move on to the mini-me deck. No shuffling on that? Okay. Messages for the collective. Listen, Linda. Listen, Linda. What does the collective need to know? Messages for the collective. Messages. Listen, Linda. Strength. Okay. Collective, you've had to have strength of character, fortitude. You've had to have the type of strength that is not the brute force type of strength, but you've had to have the type of strength that is shown when things go bad. You've had to have the type of strength that is shown when you want to treat something with care, or you want to put something above yourself. So these are the energies of putting the needs of others above yourself. So you might have spent a portion of the relationship with this individual if you were previously in a relationship with this individual. You might have spent a portion of that relationship, a good portion, putting that individual's wants and needs above your own, doing so in what you considered to be like a compassionate manner, right? But really this was just you allowing someone to, make you a second-class citizen in the relationship. So this individual wanted to thrive off of your strong points. They wanted to use your strengths to their own benefit and to their own advantage, and then they were just going to discard you when they were done. They trapped themselves with this. This is very self-sabotaging, this casting illusions. Or they might have not seen your strength. They might have seen your femininity or your weaknesses as something that they can contort, as something that they can control, as something that they can manipulate, right? They might have seen your feminine strength as a weakness. So they could have been like tyrant sort of energy, or they could have had a really great lack of leadership skills. And this could have been something that you had strong points in. You could have been a very strong leader. Collective, you could be Leo, or the individual, the Emperor, could be Leo, or you could be Aquarius with strong Leo placements, or the individual could be Aquarius and you could be Leo. Take it as it resonates. These could be energies external to you. Four Swords. They just wanted you to shut up about it. Whenever you spoke your mind, they wanted you to shut up about it. The Sun. This is being exposed. Okay? The way that they treated you is being exposed. Their self-sabotaging behavior is being exposed. Everything that they did, everything that they were, all the lies that they told, they trapped themselves for this. And for this, they're being exposed. Okay? Messages about this. Strength, the Sun, very strong Leo. Very, very strong Leo. And the Moon. The Sun and the Moon. Oh, wow. Okay. Collective, you could be balancing Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine forces. Collective, this could be you coming together with a Divine Masculine, or this could be you coming together with a Divine Feminine. So, collective, these are beautiful energies. Strength, Sun, the Moon. So things done in secret are being exposed. You utilizing the Sacred Feminine with the energies of the Well in the beginning, and the Collective's card here. This Druid Priest or Priestess card with the candle. Okay, Collective, you could have red hair, or the other party could have red hair. Or red hair could be something that is from your lineage. Like, you don't particularly have to have red hair, but red hair could be significant in your family. You could have a variation of the name Red in your name. So you could have like the word Roth in your name, or you could have the word Red in your name, or Rouge. Okay, I'm getting Little Fairy and the Red Stick. So collective, you could be from Louisiana, you could be from Baton Rouge, you could be from Lafayette, or these could be significant places for you. Again, these could be like familial, ancestral places. Places you came from, places your family came from, places your family went to. Because, I mean, obviously, people from the Creole South, there were a few originators there, but the majority of the people from the Creole South that we came from, descendants nowadays, of course, you know, they came from overseas. They came from France, or they came from Ireland, or wherever. Knight of Cups. Okay, collective, someone could have an offer. Someone could be coming in with some sort of a proposal or some sort of proposition. Someone could come in. This is giving getting down on one knee energy. Proposal energy. Are you done barking? No more barking. No more of that. So collective, someone could be coming in with a proposal, okay? This individual could be coming in, your ex could be coming in, trying to get down on one knee, trying to ask for your hand in marriage, or try to get remarried if you guys were previously married. I don't know what you guys had going on. This could be, as I said, a different type of ex, you know, like an ex-business partner, or this could be someone who has been viewing you, but without your knowledge. So this is someone who knows of you, but you don't know of them. Again, this could be part of the mind games that they play. They could like to play the sort of game where they view you voyeuristically for a very long time, if not be outright stalking you for a length of time before actually approaching you. So they could do research on you before approaching you. They could voyeuristically view and stalk you before approaching you. This could be something that is, you know, regularly scheduled programming for those individuals. Girl, stop! You know, such as, like, you know, high profile business peoples, okay? A lot of research is done before things go down, or people are brought into circles and things like that. So it's not always a terribly negative thing, but it does indicate things, okay? These things are not done without reason, okay? So it could be negative, this voyeuristic knowing about you before you know about them thing, or it could be just like a run-of-the-mill thing for the type of lifestyle or the type of job that this situation holds, or whatever this proposition is. Someone could be coming in with a different type of proposition, you know, like some sort of work proposition, but it's under the guise of the King of Cups here. So it's not the Knight of a coin. It's, oh, did I say King Cups? I mean Knight Cups. So it's not the Knight of coin, it's the Knight of Cups, okay? So this individual might be sitting in king positions when it comes to coins, and king positions when it comes to, you know, swords, but not king positions when it comes to the heart or emotional development. This individual might be a little bit emotionally stunted from the perspective or the position of an emperor. So again, this individual might might be taking this stuff a little too far. They might have trapped themselves with their self-sabotaging behavior, acting like they're king of the castle, but really they're playing dirty tricks. They're behaving in rascal behavior. They're playing life-size games of chess. Evil and wicked games. Evil and wicked games. Okay. 3 cups. So this individual could have entertained third parties, collective. This individual could have actually celebrated some sort of perceived win, when in actuality it was a loss and they trapped themselves. So there might have been third parties. So this individual could have had a wandering eye. This individual could have been a cheater. This individual could still operate in these energies. Entertaining too many options. This individual could have a problem with entertaining too many options. This individual could have a problem with celebratory atmospheres in particular. So this individual could be one way when it comes to like business, but then when it comes to like partying, they just lose themselves, and this is really detrimental to them. This is self-sabotaging. The way that they behave around other people or within groups, they might succumb to peer pressure again, having some emotional detachment or some emotional stunting somewhere along the way. Okay? Thank you. Messages about this. Anything else, Mystic? Go through. Judgment. Okay, so it's individuals under judgment. Collective, you could have called judgment down. Collective, this individual could feel that they're suffering judgment at this time. 4 swords. This individual could be in a healing phase. This individual could be thinking of you at night. This individual could be up at night thinking of you. This individual could be under judgment. This individual could be concerned about what you think of them. This individual could be concerned about being judged by you. So I'm getting these insecurities and then attempts to overcompensate due to the insecurities. So they're concerned about being judged by you. So instead of securing what it is that would be judged, should they consider being judged, instead they overcompensate for the insecurity about being judged. So they might try to project judgment onto you. This might have been something they did in the past. This was self-sabotaging behavior. This individual might concern themselves with the judgments of others, especially people in community, like the 3 of Cups and the Judgment. This is giving peer pressure. Someone might concern themselves with the views and opinions of others a little too much. So this individual might not have the emotional backbone to be able to say things like no, or so these might be some shortcomings of theirs. These might be some shortcomings of yours, collective. Okay, take it as it resonates. You might be concerned with your judgment when it comes to like peer pressure. So you might be concerned with how others view you. Again, with the sort of concerned with your imagery, or the peer pressure thing might be something that is concerning individuals working in groups to pass judgment, or this could be something that this individual is trying to whip up, like an illusion they're trying to whip up with some group in order to put you under judgment because they feel less than, or because you turn them down. They might have come in with an offer and you turn them down, and so they might be reeling from that. They might have reeled from that so far back that they fell into some sort of negative pattern with third parties here. So I'm getting this individual as an emperor who lives a lifestyle that they can have like as many women or as many men as they want. And so when they feel insecure about things, they sort of surround themselves with these things that give them a false sense of security. So if they're feeling insecure about rejection, then they will surround themselves with individuals who they have no fear of being rejected by, because they're probably paying for their time in the first place. This is not to say that they're hiring, hookers or anything like that. This is to say that they surround themselves with individuals who, are only there for what they can get out of the situation. So it's either a codependent situation, or it's a it's like mutually usatory. He or she is only using the group for whatever it is that he or she is trying to get out of the group, and therefore, by rights, the group is only trying to use he or she for what they can get out of them as well. So they might be paid company, they might be like escorts, or they might surround themselves with women who make them feel superior, or they might surround themselves with like boy toys who make them feel superior, or they might go back into old ways with like an old group of friends or something, some group of friends, bad actors. They might have a marked lack of judgment when they're with these people, or these people might be a bad influence. So these things might be some things that they're considering at this time. Again, feeling the void, feeling the loss of you, feeling that they self-sabotage, that they trap themselves. Again, this could be a physical feeling. They feel that they physically trap themselves in some sort of home or something they thought was a castle, but it's really their TOMB. It's not a castle, it's a TOMB. I see the moon and the moon sees me. Me and the moon, we make three. Okay? So this speaks of the sacred feminine ability to create. Two coming together and producing a third, right? So taking thoughts and putting them into action, or two halves coming together making a whole, a contract, a covenant with the Lord between two entities. So this can be two groups or two nations, two societies coming together in covenant. The covenant would be the third party. So there's a lot of different things this could be. And then this could be the traditional, two people coming together and making a baby. These are the energies here. So this individual could have had very, clean and pure and good intentions toward you. Simple, clean, pure intentions, balancing the masculine and the feminine in divine manner. Masculine, feminine coming together, divine, masculine, divine, feminine coming together, making a divine little baby. Coming together, making your victory baby. This is your ticker tape parade. This is your reward for, being a good human being. You're blessed with fruit of the womb, right? Collective, this could be something you experience. You could be very fruitful in this way. You could be a very creative person in this way. You could have brought a lot of fruitful things into the world, ideas, artwork, skills, humans. You could be a writer, you could be a musician, you could be artist, dancer, painter. And this individual could have seen these things and considered these things worthless. They could have considered anything outside of money worthless. So they built up their castle brick by brick, and instead of building their castle around them to, defend what they love and protect what they love and keep out invaders. Instead, they became the invader, and they enclosed themselves and they encapsulated themselves, and then they suffered indignities either others put on them or they put on themselves with this self-sabotage. They degraded their position as emperor. They degraded their position as divine masculine, or they degraded their position as divine feminine, creating for themselves instead a TLNB, a tomb, okay? This might be their judgment. Okay, collective. All right. Let's get some closing messages. Okay? 9 swords on the bottom. This individual could feel like they're in a nightmare at this time. They could have wanted for you to be in nightmare situations. Knight of Pentacles, they could have tried to slow your finance. So again, I'm getting these energies, Knight of Pentacles, I'm getting these energies of someone who began with decent or pure intentions and over time was corrupted or allowed themselves to be corrupted or corrupted the situation themselves with their inadequacies, with their incompetencies, with their insecurities. Okay? Closing messages for the collective. Closing messages, please. Some positive messages to close out on. What does the collective need to know about all this situation? What does the collective need to know about this? Closing messages, please, for the collective. Not this one. The gold foil again. Okay, thank you. Magician energies on the bottom. Mastery, control, elemental control. Having all the tools that you need at your fingertips to accomplish what you need. Ace of Pentacles, gifts from God. Blessings. The job offer and the material. Judgment again, okay. Judgment. Someone's under judgment. Collective, someone's in trouble. Someone's in serious trouble. King Cups. Okay, this could be your ex, collective. You could be King Cups. I'm getting X energies. What do we need to know about this King Cups? Closing messages about this King Cups. What about this King Cups? They're now trying to reinforce the emotional realm, okay? This Emperor is now trying to reinforce the emotional realm. They're trying to sit comfortably in their emotional body. King Cups represents the attempt to sit comfortably in the emotional body, or the attempt to develop the emotions in order to come into the situation or show up the way that they want to show up in life and show up in the relationship, right? So this individual might consider showing up in a strong emotional body when they come back around, or when they break the ice. This might be someone, as I said, who has been knowing about you for a long time, but you don't know about them, or they've been viewing you for a long time and you don't know about that, or they've been stalking you for a long time, and again, you don't know about that. You might have a feeling about that. You might have some intuitive, innate feeling about that, okay? 9 Pentacles. So what you need to know about this King Cups is that you are independent from this. Okay, the King Cups, if this is a negative intention individual, they might be disgruntled about the fact that you are independently stable. So they might have wanted to, or they might currently be trying to affect your stability, your independence, your autonomy. This individual might have had plans on affecting your autonomy. So they might have, again, been objectifying you. They might have wanted you to be in a situation where you had no choice but to do as you were told, like you have no autonomy. They might have wanted you to be in a situation where you didn't have control over your body even. That's a very negative energy. That's like kidnapping. That's like false imprisonment. That's like tying someone up. That's like DRUGing someone and then trafficking them. That's the type of energy that's coming out of that. So this could either be you healing from those attempts or attacks or intentions. This could be you being intuitive about those intentions and being independent from. Okay, thank you. Wheel of Fortune. Okay, these are fated events. This is you sitting at the top of the wheel. All right, we have the 9 and we have the 10. All right, collective, so Wheel of Fortune. Again, with the elements. This depiction has a lot of symbology, animals, lettering. There's a lot of symbology. So there's the griffin. There's an angel. There's a lion. Everybody's reading books. The eagle, everybody's got a book. Everybody's got books. So all the 4 corners of the earth are represented with the Wheel of Fortune. And then the what do you call that? The navigational guide in the middle. The septum? Septum? Is that what that's called? Septum? The world, okay. Cycles, fortunate cycles, cycles of fortune, cycles of victory and winning. Collective, you have cycles of victory and wins. This is representative of your independence and your autonomy. This is representative of your individuality here in the material collective. So this could be something that is coming out online. So this could be something that you are seeing on the news. This could be a portion of a story that you're seeing on the news. So the star and the sun and the moon, these energies that are coming out lately in the reads, this could be picking up on the larger, the macro scale events unfolding within the collective, or the very public display of examples of things happening within the collective that are coming out on the news, such as you see on the news, right? People getting their comeuppance on the news. So this might be an unfolding cycle that is currently going on, okay? The 8 swords, these individuals might have tried to trap you and they are under severe judgment for it, okay? I'm getting the pivotal direction, again, with the navigational tool down here. The representation of all the elements, everybody being studied. I'm getting the energies of individuals studying you, collective. You could be being studied. So again, like when someone is in a certain field, before they approach or before they finalize or whatever, there's research done. So this could be the type of studying that's being done on you, collective. So again, don't necessarily take it as a very negative thing. If you were being considered for some, very important or very lucrative job or event, there would be a lot of research on you, on your life, on those who are connected to you before any of that happened. So that might be part of the studying that's being done. Of course, there are the more negative connotations with that. Voyeuristic individuals looking at you too much, concerning themselves with your life too much, concerning themselves with their own lives way too little. self-sabotaging, trapping themselves. That sort of thing. This could also be a very negative intention stalker. So again, with like, you know, the negative intention, intent to harm, hurt, trap, intent to traffic, and, you know, those sorts of things. Okay, we're done with that. Okay, so collective, these are the closing messages. The world, so this is victory. Okay, this is you winning. This is cycles of you winning. The Wheel of Fortune, these are fortune events. This is you. The picture of victory, the picture of Fortuna. This is you, the fortunate one. Okay, this is you in your Egyptian headdress, complete with fanciful symbology and the sword of truth here. This is you, your 9 pentacles, your independence from the fuck shit. Because there's a lot of fuck shit going on, right? But this represents your independence from that. The 9 pentacles could represent your financial standings here in the material. So you could be alone. Like this could represent your singledom, right? So you could be unmarried, but comfortably financially sound, okay? This could represent you having enough to be comfortable on your own. So being, you know, comfortable, luxurious. This could indicate you having a luxurious lifestyle. So this could be either the energies you're sitting in, or these are how energies external to you are viewing you. They're viewing you as their world. They're viewing you on the World Wide Web. They're seeing cycles of you winning. They're seeing you sitting at the top of the wheel. They're seeing you amassing a lot of spiritual and financial wealth here in the material, and doing so alone. You're doing all of this alone, collective. You dealt with this alone. You pulled through this alone. You're healing from these things alone. And again, with your cardinal, your pivotal direction, your north node, you're following your north node, sitting in your north node, however you want to say that. You're following your inner guidance. That is your cardinal, your pivotal direction. Right? Okay, collective. So these are beautiful energies. I'm going to leave on that. You're doing really well. These are your energies. The World, 9 Pentacles, and the Wheel of Fortune. Okay? Cycles of independence, wealth, and good fortune. So, I don't know, collective. Buy a lotto ticket. Till next time. Bye.